the LFC Cast.
In association with LFConline.com.
Please like, share and subscribe.
Hello guys and welcome to the preview of Liverpool against West Ham at the weekend. Massive game for us, Dan.
Yeah, massive game, mate. I'm scared. I'm quaking in my boots.
Quaking in my boots. Guys, don't forget to leave your score predictions in the comments below and we'll read some out in the post-match video.
Yeah, and no one's on a hat-trick anymore, guys, because no one got the last score predictions correct, I don't think. So, whoever gets it right, you get a big shout-out.
Big shout-out. Big shout-out from me and Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, so West Ham are currently 1 point above us in the league. So... yeah. It's a big game for us. Hopefully, we can get those 3 points. And I think that'll take us up to 6th, hopefully, won't it? Depending on other results.
Roundabout, we could get to 6th position, which is great considering how bad we've been playing. So, you know, West Ham are doing well. And there's a reason why they're 1 point above us in the league, Greg, is because they're having a great season.
Yeah.
A lot of good players playing for them. A lot of players performing. They haven't changed the game. They're still playing the same type of game. It's just that they've brought some really good players in who are now making that game effective for them. So it's going to be a hard game, Greg. Do you think we can do it?
Yeah, I think we can. I know it was disappointing to lose against Chelsea the other day, and we don't really want to talk about that.
No.
But I think things are on the up for us. You know, players are playing well. Coutinho's playing really well. Sterling's playing well. Yeah. We might even play with a striker, Dan, on Saturday.
Oh, that's interesting, because I've seen a little striker playing for us in training recently, Greg. Who's that?
Yeah, the big, mighty Daniel Sturridge could be back. I know. How ace would that be?
It'd be great. If he could get a start or even just on the bench, it would mean a lot for the team, I reckon.
Yeah, we've badly missed him, haven't we? You know, and it'll take some of that responsibility off Sterling.
Yeah, definitely. And Sterling, like we've discussed a lot of times, he isn't a striker and he gets a lot of criticism. But you've got to be honest, he's a winger and he's a young lad. And a lot of people in the comments said, guys, he's not world class, so don't call him world class. And I'd agree with that. He's not world class. He's potentially world class for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, give him time. Put him back in his natural position. You'll see him flourish, especially with someone like Sturridge up front, who the defenders will have to concentrate on.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. So if Daniel Sturridge does come in or he's on the bench, who would we take out for him, do you think, Dan?
For me, it'll have to be Markovic because, you know, I think he's really good and I think he's got a lot of potential, but Sturridge is really important to us and Sterling would become a winger. And for me, that is the only real person you'd have to take out because you've got Coutinho there, Henderson still vital, Gerrard, Lucas, they're all still vital for us. Markovic can be replaced, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he is getting better and better, and soon, hopefully, he'll be first-team player all the time. But yeah, I sort of agree with that. And also, Gerrard, you know, he maybe dropped out now. He played 120 minutes the other night, Dan.
Yeah, and Gerrard can hardly play 20 minutes anymore, so imagine playing 120. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, he did look really tired against Chelsea, and you could see that towards the end of the game. He wasn't running anymore. He was trying his best, but he's in his 30s now, Greg. He's, you know, rightly going to LA now because he's in the twilight years of his career. So, yeah, maybe time to rest him and bring in Lallana, who should be back and fully fit now.
Yeah, so Sturridge is on the bench, I think we bring Lallana in for Gerrard.
Yeah.
And then play a sort of similar team. I know Sakho's out now. Touré's obviously away at Africa Cup of Nations, so I think Lovren should come in there.
Yeah, well, I thought Lovren should have come in against Chelsea and not Johnson because, you know, I just don't think Johnson is doing well for us at the moment, and I didn't think he would suit that game against Chelsea. We needed someone solid at the back. I'm not saying it would have affected the results, but I think personally it could have been Lovren who come in. So yeah, and also the good news is, Greg, is that there is rumours that Sakho might actually start. He didn't train today, but they're saying he might be, you know, right enough to come back on Saturday. So let's hope
that's good news then.
Yeah, so he might play. He might play. We don't know yet though.
Good stuff, because he's getting better and better, isn't he, Sakho? And I know sometimes he'll play a wild ball and you think, oh, what is he doing?
Yeah.
But tactically and that, he's got a great mind on him, and, you know, he gets stuck in, he's got a good tackle on him. So
he has. He's got a good tackle on him, Greg. Are you on about the same thing I'm on about there?
The pass the other day?
No, the tackle on him. He's got a great tackle on him.
Oh, I've got your joke. Good one, Dan.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Yeah, no, I think he's a good player. And there's an interesting fact about him, Greg, is that I know he looks really awkward with his pass, but I've heard out of all the defenders that he's actually got the best pass conversion rate out of a lot of them. So check that for verification in the comments below. I may be wrong, but I think he's got one of the best pass rates as well, which is good. And he's a good little player. I think he could do very well for us.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, check that out, because Dan, I know he's near enough always right, but he's not, you know, sometimes there is small mistakes in there.
Yeah, there is small mistakes, you know. I'm only a small guy, so I'm prone to making small mistakes.
Yeah. Good stuff. So, Dan, what's your score prediction going to be?
Okay, well, my score prediction, I'm going to go for a 3-2.
3-2?
Yeah, a lot of goals. And the reason why I'm going to go for 3-2, Greg, is that West Ham have got a couple of players who will like to prove a point against Liverpool in Andy Carroll and Stuart Downing. And I think that, they want to show us, we're the ones you shouldn't have sold. Let's get some goals, let's get some assists. So I'll keep an eye on them. I wouldn't be surprised if one or the other scored, or both. Another thing about West Ham is that is Song, who plays for them. I think he's an excellent player, Song. So, we've got to get past him. Great defensive midfielder. And if we do, I think we can get a good few amount of goals, especially with Sturridge coming back. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. And we've got a few good songs as well, haven't we? We've got one about Gerrard, got one about Sterling.
There you go, 1-1 on jokes.
1-1 on jokes. Yeah, you're right. Stuart Downing, I think he's a good player. Maybe he wasn't right for Liverpool, and maybe the club was too big for him. Yeah. But he's playing really well for them then. And so's Andy Carroll as well, both of them. I think Liverpool Football Club were too big for those players. But they go to a slightly smaller team, a smaller team, West Ham.
Yeah, I agree.
They start performing.
Definitely, mate, and now they're looking like really good players. So they probably get bought by another top team next season, then go back to West Ham again. That's how the cycle works.
Yeah. So, my score prediction, Dan. I'm just going to go for a little 1-0 because you said a lot of goals. And I hope you're right because I want to see a lot of goals.
Oh, Greg, a 1-0.
With a skirtle header, Dan.
Oh, a skirtle header, very nice. Yeah. Well, can I change my prediction? Because that was a really boring prediction, Greg. I'm going to go for 10-0.
10-0? Who to?
West Ham. I think that they're a solid team. No, I'll stick to me 3-2, and you've got 1-0. Fair result, fair score prediction there, Greg.
Okay, guys, leave your score predictions in the comments below, and also let us know your thoughts on the game. Who do you think is going to play?
Yeah, definitely, and we'll respond to each one and what we think as well.
Definitely. Anything else from you, Dan?
No, that's it from me.
Good stuff. We'll leave it there. Well, thanks for listening, guys, and we'll speak to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.